Hello, welcome back to another FPL video. I hope everyone is doing well. We're basically at the end of game week 27 with only the Man City versus Southampton game left to play. I have just watched the West Ham versus Leeds game. How Leeds have not scored. Bamford, the absolute bottler. But anyway, today we're going to be looking ahead to game week 28, how the team lines up and the potential transfers that I could be making ahead of the game week. If you are new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for daily FPL content. Hit the like button if you do enjoy the video, and let's get straight on into this one. So quickly before we take a look at how the team lines up, how am I faring in game week 27? I'm currently on 72 points, which has given me a nice little green hour of about 140k. So I can't really complain, but it would just be minimal things that I would complain about. For example, owning Jesse Lingard, him getting a yellow card and missing a penalty, not ideal. Bamford obviously bottling it after I play my bench boost, but the overall picture is I'm almost 30 points above the average, which has got me a nice green arrow, put my overall points at 16.76, and yeah, a green arrow up to 390k is very nice. So how does the team line up? Well, firstly, taking a look at the defense, going to be playing a 4-back this week with the double up on Leicester. Hopefully they can pull through. This will be my 5th game at playing them, so they haven't managed to keep a clean sheet so far. Against Sheffield United, I would put this down as their best opportunity. Pereira is getting so far up the pitch, so hopefully he can get some kind of maybe attacking return, but just a clean sheet from those games. Those guys would be absolutely lovely. Diaz is in there, it's a very simple pick against Fulham. Should be keeping a clean sheet. Can see this being a kind of 1-0 Man City with Fulham kind of scrapping to hold on, but I think City will push this one over the line. They've got Martinez in goal playing against Newcastle. Newcastle obviously don't have any of their kind of well-known attacking players. At the minute they've only really got Joel Linton, and that kind of showed in the 0-0 against West Brom. I do think Callum Wilson is back pretty soon, but probably I don't think so for this game. So we could see another nice score for Martinez. We've got Vestergaard playing against Brighton. Southampton, very nice for them to keep a clean sheet at the weekend against Sheffield. However, he did pick up a yellow card. Before that, Vestergaard was on for 8 points, got dropped down to 5. So that was a bit unfortunate, but it shows that he's there for the bonus points, and hopefully against Brighton they could keep a clean sheet, as Brighton have been really struggling to score of late. Even though their XG is really high, they're just not putting the ball in the back of the net. So how does the midfield line up? Well, we are playing the 4 across the midfield. Currently on the Bruno Fernandes vice-captain, with Rafinha playing against Chelsea. That's probably one of the only players in my team who I'd say has a really tough fixture going into the game, where I don't necessarily expect them to do that well. Rafinha, though, he looked really lively in that West Ham game. Could have scored at least 2 or 3 in that game, but just couldn't finish his dinner. He's also on basically all set pieces for Leeds, and I was looking at the stats, and he's totaled up at least kind of 18 key passes in his last 5 games. So he's really putting up some unbelievable stats. So just the returns could maybe come against Chelsea. Chelsea have been very solid defensively, so I'm not necessarily expecting it, but could happen. Gundogan in the midfield is probably one of the transfers that I'm looking at potentially making. I'll wait and see what happens in the Southampton game. If he plays a full 90 minutes, I think that will be Gundogan gone for me, to be honest, because I don't think he'll play against Fulham. Could potentially bring in the likes of Saka, maybe Neto, even Gareth Bale could be coming in. I'm mainly looking for a player who has a game week 29 fixture as well, so it'll probably be out of Bale or Saka. I'm leaning towards Saka because just the triple up on Spurs, because I do have Harry Kane, who we'll come to in a minute up front. So I'll have Harry Kane, Son and Bale, and just the triple up. I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit too much, especially with the fact that they don't have a game week 33, but Spurs do have a double game week against Southampton, which will need to be played, and so there could be a massive upside there. But as I say, I'm leaning towards Saka. Very budget option, allows me a little bit more flexibility going forward, and just does have some very nice fixtures as well. Talking of Son, we've got him there playing against Arsenal. Now, the last 2 times Arsenal have played Spurs in the Premier League, they've beaten them 2-0, and Son has got on the score sheet both times. So hopefully that could allude to some nice Sonny boy returns. I feel like most people have gone from shipping him in at the start of the season to then start to shipping him out to then shipping him back in. I feel like most people now are getting Son back, and yeah, rightfully so. I feel like he's not really a player that is gonna kind of really push you up up in the ranks, but he is a player, if you don't own him and he does well, that will really push you down the ranks. So, you know, Sonny Boy, it's always nice if you can do things, and it will kind of help you overall a little bit. Then we take a look at the front two. We've got Ollie Watkins and Harry Kane. Ollie Watkins playing against Newcastle. Hopefully he can do something there. You know, he's actually not scored in quite a few games now. Grealish is kind of slowly on the return. He could return for this one or the game week after, but hopefully Grealish is back soon, as yeah, they're really missing something going forward, Aston Villa, and hopefully Grealish can provide it. Although Ollie Watkins did get quite unlucky and not to score in the previous game. He hit the bar, absolutely rattled it, and could have easily nabbed a goal. So, you know, I'm pretty happy owning him. Got a game week 29 and a fixture to be rescheduled in the future. So I think Ollie Watkins looks pretty decent, and it is a nice fixture against Newcastle. So hopefully he can grab some points. And then currently I've got Harry Kane on the captaincy. Now, it probably really is between Harry Kane and Bruno Fernandes this week. You know, Kane after that 19-pointer, I was thinking about captaining him, but I just went with the double game week player in the end. Obviously, it was just absolutely absurd what Kane did against Palace, but I'm just in the boat of at least I owned him, because he's not actually too highly owned, and having the combination of Son and Kane at the minute, I still think is somewhat differential. Although, you know, after this weekend, I feel like a lot more people will be getting that combination. So yeah, Kane is currently the captain against Arsenal. Hopefully he can do something in the North London derby, and I'd be absolutely buzzing if he could. So this has been a quick little look ahead to the game week 28, a little preview, a little team selection. My transfer thoughts, my main thoughts, as I was saying, is probably get Gundogan out. That is, you know, depending on if he plays in the Southampton game. If he doesn't play in the Southampton game, then I'll probably just keep a hold of him and then roll the transfer. But do let me know down in the comments any thoughts, any transfers you're thinking of making for the coming game week 28. Do hit that subscribe button if you're new around here for the daily FPL content. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.